Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. It's Friday and technique video, and I've got a couple different techniques I'm going to show you. The main focus is going to be a die-cut border card, but also we are going to be stamping on our designer series paper and coloring with our blends right on that designer series paper. I think that's something that sometimes we forget about doing. So I am taking my Nature's Harvest bundle. This is a bundle in the current mini that is going to retire as a bundle. It will be available to order, but not at that bundle price. And I so love this stamp set. So I'm stamping right on the Nature's it's not called Nature, it's called Harvest Meadow, a designer series paper. I used my evening evergreen, and then what I'm going to be coloring with is my light Blackberry Bliss, my fresh fuchsia, and the soft succulent. And I think this is something we forget to do, is to color our design right on our designer series paper. So if you look real close, you will see the image of the designer series paper, but also the color kind of softens that look. I did stamp with the evening evergreen, which is a water-based ink, so some of the green is going to fade with the color of the blends, which is okay because it just, once again, just softens that look. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all colored in. I want to show you how I die cut this for my card. So I've got the fresh fuchsia here. So it's just taking me a minute to color. Remember that our stamping blends will blend through on the back side of this card, designer series paper, because it blends through on cardstock. So really blends through on the designer series paper because it's lighter, but that's okay because it's going to allow me to know where to put my adhesive. Because what we're going to do is we're going to die cut a border opening on our card with our die. So we want to make sure that the adhesive is in a place that will hold our die cut down. So we've got that. I'm going to add some Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella kind of helps blend those colors together and give it a little sparkle. So we're just going to do that on the flowers. I don't know how well you can see the Wink of Stella on the video, but this is just a nice added touch, I think, to your design. I'll hold that up to see if you can see the sparkle there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to adhere this to our card base. But as you can see, it bled through, which is a good thing because I know I need to put adhesive right where it bled through. Because we're going to die cut, we want this to hold steady. We're going to go ahead and put some adhesive all the way around, but we definitely want adhesive where we're going to die cut. So just kind of move that all around. We're going to add that to the front of our card. This is the Evening Evergreen standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5. So we've added that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Emboss and cut machine. I've got my large one here. So we're going to set that aside. And what we're going to do, like I said, is just to cut a border and for the longer edge of our card. So I want to make sure that you see this. We always want to start with our thickest sandwich going through first. So So we are going to lay our card down like this, and we're only going to be cutting, I want to make sure that's in the camera good, we're only going to be cutting part of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our top, well, first I got to get that die on there and make sure that it is in place. Make sure it's lined up here. Always best, especially with this technique, to use some tape to kind of tape it down. I'm using painter's tape. I know there's a lot of different tapes out there you can use. I want my plate, my top plate, to go all the way through because I want the thickest part on the right-hand side. We're going to come up here, and what happens is this plate stops right here, so that is where it is going to stop cutting. So even though I run it all the way through my machine, it's only going to cut where the thickness is thick enough for it to cut. So when I pull this off, slow there. I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and we are going to cut off the excess. Remember that we know where we're going to stop cutting by the arrow on the side. So we're just going to cut down there, and then we're going to flip it up and come down here and cut the rest of it. We may need to use our paper snips to finish cutting. Let's see, just a little bit up here. But when you do this with your dies, it just makes for a nice little border on the side of your card. Now, we did not score this, so let me bring that trimmer back in. We are going to score it at the 4 1/4 from this side because we've already cut part of it off. We want to make sure we're scoring at the right place. So when we fold our card in, we have, well, I didn't score that very well. There we go. A nice little border. So let me bring in my finished card. I have taken a piece of the soft succulent, put it on the side, used the die with a thank you. I also used the Simply Elegant trim and used just a small piece of the fresh freesia ribbon to highlight those cone flowers. So this is just a quick technique to show you how you can make a border, die cut border with your dies, and to color on your designer series paper. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.